What's up, Rolling Empire? I'm going to talk to you guys about Ready Player One. Okay, so many people maybe had the kind of idea like I had. Steven Spielberg, great filmmaker, hasn't had an force of a movie in a long time. Like that Spielberg-ism. Like, you know what kind of director he is. From Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park. He's been still, obviously, forefront in many people's eyes in Hollywood. He's just one of the greatest directors. And he's probably been kind of nailing it more in the Oscar race. That's where he's been releasing those movies that have just been at least really good in the Oscar talks here and there. Whatever you had recently, I think, yeah. Lincoln, The Post, just here and there movies. But from the blockbuster side, not a really lot. He had the BFG recently, but then people were still wondering, when is Spielberg going to have that amazing blockbuster movie? When is he going to go to the Indiana Jones, vibe again? Just give us something great in that aspect. Would Ready Player One be that one? And the trailers really seem promising. A lot of Easter eggs, honestly. So Easter eggs alone, that can get people hooked. And I've seen that people were excited for that. And just people have read the book material, are also curious how the movie can be. And just like I said, the movie overall looks good. So can this be a miss or a hit for Spielberg? The movie is entertaining at the very least. I had a good time with this. I loved how it kind of felt like a ride. Maybe it kind of helps that the CG kind of feels more animated as opposed to kind of feeling like motion capture, like more real. And it's not a discredit or a service to the movie, but yeah, overall I'd have to say there's more misses than hits. Like, I'd have to say the villain of the story could have been better. It's played by Ben Mendelsohn, plays a good villain, but he was one-dimensional, or at least didn't have too much to him. The story of how the kid, once more, he wants to win the ultimate prize. We've seen these beats in other movies, especially for a hero's journey. It's interesting, very least. It has sort of a little bit, like, revelations here that you wouldn't expect. But it's mostly more the ride that he goes on that makes it enjoyable, and really the Easter eggs that kind of feel like cover a lot of the film's flaws. But it's still, overall, I had a great time. Like I said, he ends up meeting a group of friends. I feel like these friends, Spielberg did a good job bringing back that kind of like, the essence, at least, whether it's his movie or not, but still, like, just how it feels like movies like, E.T., Goonies, just the kids just having a good time, kind of getting a group of, misfits together, and just that kind of vibe, just kind of bring it. That felt good. I like that kind of idea. The actors are good, not too much to them, but they are good. They give their well performances for a movie like this. And you are invested, that's why, enough just to kind of be with the movie. But as an overall story, not a lot to it. Don't care for too much of the people except for the main kids, and they're barely, that's barely saying anything. But I have to say, it is good just seeing callbacks to, like, music as well, and then seeing the characters, like what we were being promised in the trailer. And just, it feels like, if you know what the price of admission you're paying for, it's just the overall idea with whatever you know of the story, just reading the synopsis, just being hooked on a certain kind of, like, way for the trailer, you'll have a good time. It does cater for those that wanted what you kind of were expecting. But overall, as like a Spielberg movie that brings it back for him, like the Indiana Jones days and Just the Glory days, it's almost there, but I wouldn't say this is kind of the best in, like, the Spielberg that where he's like, oh, he's fully back. This is what we wanted. It's kind of there. It's the best it's been in a while, but not overall from, like, how it was in his glory days. But still, judging it on its own without what he is already, because it's hard to top someone when you made so much in your work. But still, overall, is what Spielberg presents in this one. It's an enjoyable time. It's a little bit different when it comes to kind of presenting itself from a blockbuster, but still has the blockbuster feels. But it gives you enough to satisfy, and just gives enough for the audience to know, what is going on. So let me know, guys, what you thought of Ready Player One. Did you guys not enjoy this movie? Did you guys love this movie? All this in the comments below. And as always, Rolling Empire. Laugh, smile.